Hey everybody, welcome back to the Gamergate. We're playing Toy Story
We just had a
2.
conversation about naming the episodes before we started the next one, and
No,
it's
no.
been
Ah,
literally
nah,
a
nah, nah,
second.
no. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's okay. I love how
Man,
Buzz goes, ah!
I can't wait for you to go to upload episode one, and you're like, what the fuck did we even talk about in this one? What do I call
Then I'll
this?
skim through it and be like, oh yeah, we had that conversation. And we did name the last one. It's Zerg Kite.
Yeah, but you didn't name it. You might forget.
No, I'll remember.
Okay.
Okay, bombs away. Let's go. Oh shit, is my mouse in the fucking way? Sorry, guys.
Are
I
you?
don't.
Do you not have capture cursor off on OBS?
I turned it off. Like I thought I had it off, but then like I watched like another Let's Play that I recorded, and like you could see the mouse, and I was like, "Fuck."
Well, if you're in a separate scene, you have to turn it off separately.
Is this level just a boss fight? I didn't know that. So yeah, I do have. I don't have it on then. I'll turn it on before we start the next one. Wait. Did that just do what I thought it did? No. Okay, so this first person shit looks pretty cool, but
Yeah.
also this is the most movement I can do. I can't move it. It literally doesn't let me move. Like a little bit. It's really weird. But if I push like the R button, it like auto aims. It like targets. So it's basically like a homing missile. And it's pretty cool, but I wish they would have just given me like full control so I can aim myself if
They
necessary.
should just make a first-person shooter where you're Buzz Lightyear.
Have they done that? Like,
Of course
of
not.
course they haven't, but like, wait, why is there not a Metroid Prime ripoff where it's just Buzz Lightyear?
I don't know.
That would be perfect. God, I'm still getting used to these god dang controls.
I wish there were more like interesting first person shooters. Like first person shooters that like do something like interesting with the genre.
Like Metroid Prime.
Like Metroid Prime, yes.
This boss
Like
fight is
not all
really
not all the
boring.
same cookie cutter. Let's see how realistic we can make our guns and our soldiers bullshit.
You know what I think they
Let's
should
do
do?
something interesting.
You know what would be really cool? If they made a
What?
first-person shooter game that took place in like World War II.
Whoa. That's never happened before.
Yeah, that's not like every. That's not like the first 8 Call of Duty games and the last like 8 Call of Duty games.
That's the only way you're gonna get me to like a first-person shooter. Because again, I said this in the Black Ops one. If you're gonna be generic, you can only be as good as how you feel, and Black Ops one feels perfect, and thus every other game in that like subgenre of realistic first-person shooters does not matter at all to me.
Right. I mean,
Unless
it's
unless you do
basically just
something
like
interesting or
a.
fun. Like Left 4 Dead has that multiplayer function, so like I'd love to play Left 4 Dead with people because it looks really fun to do multiplayer. I mean, at the end of the day, any Call of Duty game, you can do multiplayer zombies and have a good time.
Yeah.
But I think Black Ops is
Did Call of
objectively
Duty
the
did Call of Duty finally bite the bullet, no pun intended, and just add like zombies to all their games? Because at one time it was like a Black Ops only, like only Black Ops games had fucking zombies.
I'm pretty sure zombies are in everything now, if I
Yeah.
remember right.
They realized that that was like the one like interesting change they made
I
in
don't really
any
play
other
Call of
games.
Duty because they all sell at fucking $60, and I have no desire to play Call of Duty.
Call of Duty, for all intents and purposes, is literally a sports game.
Even the old ones aren't even cheap.
What do you mean?
Like if you try to buy an old one on like a digital marketplace, it's still like $40.
Oh, I just well, I have like 4 really awesome like used game stores near me that I can go
Yeah,
to.
yeah. So you could probably get a hold of an old Call of Duty for pretty cheap.
I
But
have like I have like half of the COD games that released on like the PS3, and I got them
I
all
think
for really
the
cheap.
Steam collection of every Call of Duty game I think is like fucking $1,000 or something absurd.
Yeah. Well, the Steam, like the thing with Steam is that they never change the prices of their games, even when you can literally go to GameStop and buy a game for like 5. They still want like $70 for like fucking Black Ops 1.
Yeah, it's pretty silly.
Like there's no way that like a human being made that like decision. Like they clearly just don't care. Who the fuck is gonna buy that? You could literally buy the Steam code online for much cheaper. Because for some reason, people buy games on Steam and then sell them for way cheaper.
Oh no, Woody is trapped.
Oh my god, I can't believe it.
I actually don't remember the plot of Toy Story 2 at all. Like, I didn't say anything because I'm not gonna make you fucking let me read it here. But I don't remember it at all. Toy Story 2 is a movie I watched like when I was like 3.
You haven't seen it since?
No,
Then why were you like, yeah, we know
the
the
only
story of Toy Story 3, or sorry, Toy
because I
Story
didn't
2?
because I didn't want you to stop.
You didn't want me to stop skipping the cutscene.
No, because I don't give a fuck. But
Okay, well, you could have just said that.
I don't know. Sometimes my brain kind of does shit that doesn't really make sense. Um, but yeah, no, I haven't seen it since I was very young. The only Toy Story that I've seen like more recently, and I say more recently with a big asterisk because even this it's been a long time, is Toy Story 3. That's the one I like remember the plot of.
Have you even seen Toy Story 4?
No,
Me neither. I saw that fork guy and I was like, what the fuck?
I listened to the Is It Kino about Toy Story 4, and that was my only exposure.
What the hell? Why are there like wrenches being thrown at me? Oh my god. The fact that I know my gun is like capable of fucking shooting like a certain distance, but it won't let me aim from that distance also really pisses me off.
Yeah.
But yeah, what were we talking about? How fucking first-person shooters suck?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, COD is just a sports game.
Let's make
Like,
interesting shit.
do you have any interesting ideas?
Well, I don't know. I'm not a fucking game dude. Just like all you have to do is put it in like a not realistic setting, give me like cool weapons, and like do something fun. Just be fun.
How do you feel about like the Doom games?
Doom I have not played much of, but they look like at least more fun than Call of Duty at the very least.
Yeah, their core gameplay is not like it's not like extremely interesting conceptually, but it is really really fun. And they act like Doom
Is
Eternal and
Mass
Doom
Effect a
2016.
first-person shooter?
I don't even know anything about Mass Effect.
I don't know literally anything about Mass Effect besides it's like a game in space, and I think it's a first-person shooter. Because I was gonna ask why is there not a first-person shooter where you're like in space and use like cool space weapons, but I think that might already be exist and be called Mass Effect,
Have you not heard
but
of
I'm
Call
not
of Duty
sure.
Infinite Warfare?
Is in Call of Duty Infinite Warfare in space?
Yes.
What the fuck?
I swear to God, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. I've played it. I haven't, mind you, I've never owned the game. I haven't like played a lot of it. It was not that bad. Like obviously everyone was pissed that like Call of Duty like kept getting more and more like fucking futuristic and shit. And
Well, that's gay. At least they were doing something semi-interesting.
well, the thing was, it was just like it was because of the online. The online mode was getting fucked because it was just like people in like fucking jetpacks and shit. Just it was just not fun. Like I'm gonna be completely honest.
That sounds fun to me. Like I don't
See,
even care if it's that balanced. Like I want like fun chaos.
it wasn't fun chaos. It was like just people like who unlocked crazy shit, just killing everybody. Basically, just getting your ass whooped constantly, and nobody having fun. Even winning isn't fun in that game, or in those games. They weren't that bad though. Like at first, they weren't bad. Like Advanced Warfare and what was it? Advanced Warfare and Black Ops 3. I actually enjoyed a lot. Okay, this is really pissing me off. So, you'd think if I wanted to jump on this platform, I would just angle like this and jump, right?
Yeah.
But it shoots me the other direction. So I have to angle like this, the exact opposite way you would think, and then jump. Like, what the fuck is
Yeah.
that?
That is that is a little wacky.
Over
Over
here.
here.
Who are these little construction guys? Are those like real toys? I
I
swear I've
don't
seen
know.
them. Can I push this? Oh, what the
Reach
fuck
for
is
the
this?
sky.
Do I gotta fucking fill this with paint?
Can there be a level where you play as Woody and like actually shoot people? That'd be pretty funny.
Woody's Roundup, the video game. You could shoot people in Toy Story 3. You get like a laser gun.
Hell yeah. And
Oh,
then Woody
okay.
says, "Reach for the sky." Oh my god, do you have to fucking mix colors?
I don't think so. It looks like I have to like put one of each. I just have to like fill it with one color and then my dumbass. So there's no orange, but I'm assuming red is good enough.
No, I think you
Wait,
have to
no,
mix the
shit, I do
colors.
have to mix colors. Okay. This is actually kind of interesting.
Yeah, that is cool.
I forgot how to mix colors. Like this is this
I don't remember at all how to mix colors.
okay. I was embarrassed at first, but I also don't like I don't know if everyone remembers like how to mix colors. All right, what do I
Yeah,
want?
no,
Purple?
I don't know if it's a widely remembered skill.
Well, purple is just red and blue. I guess maybe I do remember more than I think. Maybe I think there's more to it than there actually is. Because I am able to do all these. So I got a Pizza Planet token for doing a math problem, basically. Cool.
What math problem? What fucking math problem?
Red plus blue equals purple. That math problem.
Oh yeah, my favorite math problem.
I mean, that is math.
Not really.
So the weird thing about progression in this game is you can just get like one token and then just fucking play the next level. So you could technically just like get one super easy token in every level and then just move on and then like come back later.
I think that's kind of based.
It just feels weird. It just doesn't feel right. I don't know.
I kind of like games where like baseline progression is pretty minimal, and like you're able to play a game from beginning to end and kind of appreciate it for what it is, without really playing everything it has to offer, because some of the shit is too difficult for your average consumer.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I like. Like I like there being cool and difficult and challenging shit, but I like when it's like optional because it kind of sucks when your normal baseline consumer can't beat a game. And I know there's the argument where it's like, oh, game journalists are stupid and Dark Souls is hard and it should be or whatever. And it's like I don't know shit about Dark Souls, so maybe Dark Souls does have to be as difficult as it is to be at all valuable. But just in general, I feel like having the difficulty options is the most streamlined way to do it, and but I appreciate it even more when a game like has like a baseline progression that is like reasonable for your average consumer to do, and then it has like a bunch of cool side shit that's actually like fun and challenging that you don't have to do to beat the game.
I do like that as well, yeah. But I feel like this game is like it's much too easy to just move on to the next thing. Like there should be a little bit more. Not
True,
not
it's like
not necessarily more challenge, but just like you should be forced to put in a little bit more time.
that's actually something in Pokemon that a lot of people don't acknowledge. I don't know. I actually don't know if they still do it, but for a few generations, the norm was that once you beat the game and like you do a little bit of the post game, then there's an Elite Four rematch, and they're like much tougher and like actually hard.
Yeah. They did that in like Sun and Moon, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
Yeah.
they had the title. They had the title defense fights at Sun and Moon too, which I thought were dope.
Oh, they also had the battle tree.
Yeah, they all have like their battle facilities at the end.
I really like that. Like that's like Pokemon is one of the best franchise even though I don't really like Pokemon that much, mind you. But Pokemon has like some of the best like post-game shit.
Pokemon is like it's like spoiled me on post game. Like it like pisses me off when a game does not have a real post game just because I'm so used to Pokemon where it like has so much like post game questing and catching to do and like has like battle facilities and shit. It's like wow, there's actual shit to do once you beat the final boss. When in a lot of RPGs, it's like the game ends once you beat the final boss,
Yeah.
and like you could just like load your save from the checkpoint before the boss, and that's it.
Well, that's one thing that Pokemon really has going for it is that like for an RPG, you have a lot more freedom, whereas most RPGs are very like have very linear progress.
Well, Pokemon is extremely linear in terms of actual progress.
In
It's
terms
just
of
like you
actual, okay,
can.
in terms of actual progress, but you can like divert from that as much as you want, and
Yeah,
there's
there's like
there's
side
there's
shit
like
to do,
shit to
and like
do.
obviously there's like a variety in each playthrough if you use different Pokemon, but it's like it's linear for sure.
I think what I was getting at was not that like progress isn't linear. I wasn't wording it right, but that I don't know how else to
But there's
describe
other
it.
shit to do besides what is there. Like
I
it's not
guess,
gonna
yeah.
progress anything. Like you could do contests, you could do side shit, and it's not gonna progress you through the story. But at least it's there.
Yeah. Whereas in most RPGs, it's just like you can go back to areas you've already been in, but there's not a whole lot to do. It's mainly a 2D RPG thing, if I'm being honest. Most 3D RPGs like have like enough side quests and shit to keep you entertained.
Pokemon does not have enough side quests.
Yeah.
It has side shit to do, but I wish it had more side quests. And they did side quests in like Legends Arceus, and some of them were cool, but most of them were dumb. Just like make less dumb side quests. Like they're on the right track. They made side quests, and some of them were pretty good. Just get rid of the 1,000 dumb ones.
Do you want to hear my hot take?
What?
Pokemon as a franchise, dead. Fuck new Pokemon games.
Not true. Not true.
Mhm.
That may have been true for a time, but we are in a renaissance now.
Are we?
Yeah, Legends Arceus was sick. They tried something new and it worked out. It was fucking amazing. And now they're making Scarlet and Violet,
Ugh.
which is going to take the good things from Legends Arceus and try to apply them to the standard formula. And I'm very excited to see how that goes.
Honestly, though, like
No,
I
having
feel
an
like
open world is something like I've always dreamed of. It's a fucking wet dream as a Pokemon fan. And Legends Arceus did it very well,
what do you mean an
but it was not
open
a
world? All Pokemon games have an open world.
but like the progression is linear.
Yeah, that's true. But the world is
You know what I
open.
mean by an open world game?
Well, when you say open world, I would include Pokemon in that.
What? Well, the thing about
Well,
Pokemon, no, it's a closed world. That would make literally every RPG open world. What makes it not open world is it has artificial progression barriers.
okay, you're right. I'm wrong. I'm really dumb. Listen,
And also,
I don't play enough RPGs, okay?
Legends Arceus also was not open world technically, but it introduced more open world elements and experimented with what a Pokemon open world game would be like with the catching in the overworld and shit. And like there was a lot of experimenting happened in Legend Arceus, and it was a great game. And now Scarlet and Violet are boasted to be a full open world. I believe you don't even have to take the gyms on in order, which is wacky. And it's going to be like a fully open world experience. So I'm very excited to see how this goes.
Okay.
So Pokemon isn't dead. They're making new interesting shit. They just made a bad game
I suppose I
called
stand
Sword and
corrected.
You liked Sun and Moon.
Yeah.
They made a bad game called Sword and Shield, and that was it. And now they're making good shit again.
They made bad games called Sword and Shield, Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee,
Let's
and
Go Pikachu and Eevee were not
Gen
bad.
Sinnoh remakes.
The Sinnoh remakes are pretty bad.
Well, the
I like them
Sinnoh
more than
games weren't
Sword and
that
Shield.
good.
The shut the fuck up. You're wrong. Okay, let me explain to you why you're wrong. I understand the misconception. I do. I truly do. The Sinnoh games, plural, most of them are bad. Because here's what happens. They made a Diamond and Pearl, and like it was fine, but it had
What, Crystal
obvious
is really good,
issues.
is what you're saying, and they didn't remake Crystal.
Well, it's not Crystal, it's Platinum.
Flat, whatever.
Yeah,
Why did I say fucking Crystal?
yeah, yeah. Diamond and Pearl were made with a lot of flaws. Platinum fixed a lot of those flaws and was an amazing, fucking expertly crafted Pokemon game. And then they remade Diamond and Pearl instead of Platinum. Which you can still call it Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl and have two versions and have exclusives so you can make the extra money. But why get rid of the improvements that Platinum made?
Right. How much more money does Pokemon make from having like two versions of their games? Like, how many people are actually fucking buying both of them?
I mean, hardcore Pokemon fans always buy both.
That's
Like
so.
so
That is
I don't usually,
consumer
I
with
actually
two
don't
O's.
usually buy both because I'm fucking poor, but a lot of people I know buy both. And I
My
hear of a
hot
lot of
take
people buying
is
both.
that it was fucking cucked of them. It's cucked of Pokemon fans to even buy fucking Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. That shit is a fucking scam.
Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon are good.
They're enhanced. Like, you people are just bending over and letting Nintendo fuck you by putting out like good games and then
Whatever,
just
whatever. They
slightly
didn't. They
improving
didn't.
them.
They didn't put out fucking stars instead of Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. They made it two versions so you get more money. The enhanced versions were good. Like I love Emerald and Platinum and Crystal. I think it was a cool thing of them to do. RPG series do shit like that all the time. They have like definitive versions and shit that add
Just
extra
release this.
stuff.
Just make the definitive version and release that.
Yeah, I mean that would be the ideal.
No, but companies are fucking. Ugh, God. They just milk us out of every fucking dime we're willing to
Ultra Sun and
pay.
Ultra Moon was like them further milking money by being like, we made Emerald, we made Platinum, we could make Pokemon Stars, but we'll make even more money if we just make them two versions.
We'll make even
So that
more.
is,
We'll make even more money if we just add aliens to the fucking game.
the aliens are already in the game, first of all, and second
Not
of all,
really.
Ultra Sun and
They
Ultra
weren't.
Moon are
Aliens weren't
good.
really in the game.
Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon are good. I would like to keep stressing that they are very good games. It is simply a predatory business model that they were sold as two games, but whatever. What are you gonna do?
Well, that's what I say about all the Pokemon games, from fucking Red and Green.
But I know, but
It's
like this,
predatory. It's
Ultra Sun and
evil.
Ultra Moon are particularly predatory because it could have just as easily been Pokemon Stars.
I don't actually mind the dual release concept. In all honesty, that's my hot take. If you're a big enough fucking loser to buy both Pokemon games, which okay, so I understand being a hardcore fan of a franchise, and no matter how fucking stupid like the way they release are, you're gonna get everything. Like if they made like if they
They
made
made
like
a
a brand
Mario
new
64
yeah
Blue and Mario 64 Red.
yeah if they made like if like the new Mario game was like a dual version, like just as a simp and as a collector, I would probably buy both of them. So I'm not like I guess I shouldn't call people fucking losers, but it's just cringe, man. It's so cringe that they do that.
It's just, well, the reason they have two versions, it's twofold, right? The obvious thing is they're gonna get more money because there are gonna be hardcore fans who buy both games, and they're gonna be hardcore fans who buy two DSs and they just like do the whole thing themselves. But having the dual version is also an additional motivator for multiplayer. Because if you actually have friends who have the opposite game, you don't need to buy both because you can do trading and shit to complete the Pokedex. So it basically incentivizes you, A, give them more money, or B, actually have friends, which is
Yeah.
a good thing to encourage, I think.
Mm. It doesn't incentivize you to have friends. It incentivizes you to make Pokemon friends and start a dialogue about Pokemon and just fucking advertise their franchise across the playground.
Well, yeah, sure.
Which I guess I don't have it. There's nothing inherently wrong with that. It's just like, it's just not enough of an advantage for me, the consumer, to like get on top of it like that. But like I've said, like I don't really give a shit about dual releases. I think the concept of dual releases is really cool. Like the idea of making a choice and like multiple people having different experiences with the game. But like there are times where like dual releases enhance the experience, and then there are times where like there are dual releases where it's clearly like, oh, this is super cool. Like I'm getting a somewhat different experience because, you know, me and my friend are playing two different games like technically. But then there are other times where it's very obviously just like fuck you to get the full experience. You need to buy both. You know what I mean? I feel like Pokemon
Yeah.
becomes that more and more so every generation, except that
Well, no, it's literally the opposite of that because now the incentivization to buy both really barely exists anymore because of the seamless online trading that can
I
help
guess
you
I
quickly
guess I was
pick
just
it up.
gonna say that about like Sun and Moon, like the seamless online trading was very serious. Like I guess it took away from that a little bit. But
God,
I
Gen
felt
7
like
were so fucking good.
leading up to like the 3DS era, it felt like that.
I've been thinking about Sun and Moon a lot lately. I'm probably gonna start actually playing my Ultra Moon cartridge that I bought to do a Nuzlocke that I failed 7 times and then never played again.
Wait, have you ever played the whole Sun and Moon game?
Sun and Moon, the vanilla Sun and Moon, yes, I have
Oh,
beaten. I just haven't beaten Ultra.
I've played like 20 minutes of Ultra Sun, which I own, and it was not fun.
Well,
I
the first 3 hours of the Alola games in general are not fun. You just have to get
Yeah,
through that shit.
that is true. All right, but I don't have a whole lot else to talk about, and we're at the 26-minute mark, so
Jeez, we went a little over there.
yeah. I'm getting really bored of this game. I'm like not enjoying this anymore.
All right, you
I would
fucking save
probably
state that shit, and I'll load up trading card game, and
all
you can
right.
be done with this shit.
I really like this game, and I feel like I would enjoy it if I didn't feel obligated to have like an interesting conversation. So I apologize that these episodes fucking suck. But yeah, bye everyone.